The perfect exercise doesn't exist if you cannot coach it or give it to someone in a way that's going to have a carryover to their actual training itself. By simply going through the motions of an exercise, the exercise itself is probably going to be great in terms of a training outcome. But if you're using an exercise, you want to make sure that, say for instance, you're using a goblet squat to pattern a low bar squat or a high bar squat, you want to make sure that your goblet squat looks like the type of squat that you're going to be doing under a barbell. So I'm going to show you both of those examples now. All right, so I'm going to get Jai to run us through a goblet squat. Now he's going to do a goblet squat as if he's just training it as an exercise. So he's going to go ahead and do a few reps here. Now, when you look at the movement itself, it's a great looking squat, but it's going to look very different to how he's going to look under a bar. Now I'm going to get him to do it where he sets his hinge, he gets that forward lean, and now this is a very similar style squat to how he's going to squat when the bar's on his back. Now, obviously he's got a bit of front load, but the reality is it's now going to have a better carryover to a barbell. Now we'll go jump under a bar and have a look. So Jai's going to go ahead, and you can see here in this position, it's very skill-based. He's got his torso leaning forward, he's got a slight hip angle backward, and then he can just squat up and down, right? Very simple way of looking at it. Now, there's no point of doing an exercise as a warm-up if it doesn't have a carryover to what you're trying to do underneath the barbell. This in itself is a skill, and you need to train it and use exercises that train components of that. I like to look at exercises as patterns. The way you train and the way you execute something should have a carryover to what the bigger outcome is. So in this example, we're training squats. If you're doing a warm-up drill for a squat, it should tick the same requirements and tick the boxes as if you're doing, say, a barbell back squat. So stop thinking about exercises, start thinking about patterns.